Next song on the record is Awhile. This song is placed where it is on the record because it is the first part to a 3-part trilogy. There's 2 trilogies. This is the first one. The first trilogy is Awhile, Step on My Toes, and then Get It. Because they all surround the same idea. It's me working through one idea. So this is the start of it. This is the question, essentially. The idea behind it came because I was having a conversation with a friend. I had said something about the breakup, and this is like a year after the breakup happened, and I'm in a much better place now. I said something about it, like something about the breakup, like I was still bummed about it or sad or something. And he goes like, I'm concerned for you. He's like, I don't see why you're dwelling on it. You're in a much better place now. I said, I don't really know. The hardest part is that I think about her probably 2 or 3 times a day, and she probably doesn't think about me at all. And that's what inspired the entire song. So musically, one of the bands that even got me into making music was the Goo Goo Dolls. I grew up on the Goo Goo Dolls, and so that like 90s acoustic like rock and whatnot was a pioneer to getting me into learning and playing guitar. When I thought of that idea for the song, I was like, man, what if like what would a song sound like if like me and the Goo Goo Dolls made a song together? And so I wanted to make a 90s acoustic jam. Musically, it's very simple. There's only like 3 or 4 like instruments on the song, but a lot of my songs start as beatbox. And that because I'm really bad at programming drums, so they start like with a beatbox, and then when I go into the studio, I just have him make the drums because I don't want to dwell on that and worry about it. I just want to create all the other stuff. So I was like, man, like you can't have a 90s acoustic jam without like a drummer. So I reached out to my friend Joey, who was learning drums at the time. And I asked him like, hey, like I want the drums to be the focal point of this song. I want you to write them. Do whatever you want on the song. And he came up with this just like awesome, pretty intricate drum beat for instead of just the like like the whole time. There's a solo in it, just because I've never done a solo before. And then at the end of the song, the very end of it, I thought it'd be such a cool thing, like, to go back to the roots of the song, so the drums drop out completely and it's replaced with the beatbox that I wrote the song on top of originally. Let's get into these lyrics. I'm the butt of the joke, but I'm not laughing anymore. You're not funny, and your punchline sucks. So, we had an angry song, we had a longing song, then we broke away from that conversation entirely, and then now we're back into thinking about it. So now that we're thinking about it again, it seems to be like a little bit frustrated again, a little bit angry again. Instead of Shots Fired, which is I'm frustrated with you, this song is I'm frustrated with me. And it's very defensive. Like I would sit here and choke on stage. My name won't stay inside the words you say anymore. And I'm thinking, but the words never come out right. That's just setting up the, you never think about me. And I'm not going to let that make me stop doing things. But it does affect me. I can't put the words together on how exactly I feel up until the chorus. You mean the world to me, but I don't mean a thing to you. And I've been this way for a while by now. No real metaphor there. That's almost exactly what I had said, in that conversation. Just saying that, it just sucks. It's been this way for a long time. The story's said and done, and I'm regretting myself for once. I've spent this year in denial somehow. I want to figure it out. Regretting myself for once is what I was saying before. Instead of Shots Fired being like, fuck you. This is me being like, fuck me. I spent this year in denial somehow. As I said, like, this conversation showed up like a year after the breakup. And for that year, I was like, you know what? I'm fine, actually. Like, I don't even miss it. And yet here I am being sad about it enough in a conversation that I have to have. So I've clearly been in denial. I'm not over it. And I want to figure it out is, like, the tee off for the trilogy. I want to figure it out. What am I figuring out? That's the next song. Metaphor, I am nevermore. I've got my tongue in my cheek, I'm trying to settle the score. I'm no longer what I thought I was. It's almost like trying to be like, I've grown. But then it says, I've got my tongue in my cheek. Tongue in cheek means to, like, not actually mean what you're saying. So it's me saying I'm actually lying about what I literally just said. I'm trying to settle the score. If I mean nothing to you, then you're going to mean nothing to me. That's the score. That's what I'm going to settle. I'm prepared for whatever you give me, even if it's nothing. I'm going to settle this score. I'm going to put it right on your front doorstep. And I'm prepared for anything that you want to say or do about that, even if it's nothing. After being exhausted by that, it's saying, I'm sure I get a little repetitive. I'm sure that I exhaust the words. All right, yeah, I've done this 100 times now, saying, like, you know what? Yeah, like, I'm above this. So it's... The second verse is essentially being, like, high and mighty, and then very quickly being, like, defeated. Being like, all right, I'm sure I get a little repetitive. Can somebody give this circle a sedative before I put myself in the dirt? I need somebody to help me before I let this get to me again. So that's it. That's the lyrics for A While. We did that. I hate myself so much. I'll see you in the next song. Thanks for watching.